We're here at the Summerland site as we get ready to remember the 50 people who died. I've got Jane with me, and you've come over. I think it's your first visit, isn't it?
It is.
You had some family?
Yes, my granny sadly died 50 years ago today, and her best friend, Elsey Stevenson, they were here on holiday for a week.
So here you are, 50 years later. Can you believe that some of this is still... I know this is the Aquadrome part, but some of it's still standing.
Well, it's awful to see. I've seen photographs before, but to actually see it here is just not pleasant at all.
So can you tell us what exactly happened that fateful night? Were they just casually there, or were they...
They were there. My father, who is obviously the son, just didn't expect them to be here because it wasn't really their kind of thing, he always thought. So when they saw it on the news that night, he didn't worry because he knew they were here, of course, but didn't expect them to come to somewhere like Summerland. They like to go to little coffee shops and chat and be in the hotel and things like that. So it wasn't until the next day that he found out that they were unaccounted for, and hence then he ended up coming over with the holiday company that arranged the trip, and it sort of went from there. They found that it was more than likely that they had perished, and he had to go to, I think, was it St George's Hall, or which was a makeshift mortuary, to identify his mother's body, which is something that was horrific for him, and he's found it difficult to speak about ever since. And also to identify Elsey Stevenson's body. They weren't burnt, fortunately, but it was obviously smoke that had killed them in the end. He was always led to believe that they tried to get out at a fire exit, but it was either blocked or locked, hence them not being burnt. And he's never been able to step foot on the island since. None of the family have either, for respect for him and his 3 siblings that were left, but I just felt it's the 50th anniversary. I remember my granny, I was 8 at the time, and just wanted to come and pay my respects and also on behalf of my family.
You've written something there as well, never forgotten, that sort of thing. It must be quite emotional to write that, isn't it?
Very emotional, because obviously it's for Anne, Barbara, Granny, and Elsey Stevens, her best friend, but also for everybody else. Those the other 48 people, very young children, some of them. It's just terrible, terrible tragedy. Will
this be closure? 50 years, and does it seem like that would be it now for this?
Well, it's something that we will never forget. No. It's lovely that there's the memorial in Kay Gardens. Really don't know what's going to happen about this site. It seems heartless, really, that it's up for sale. I don't really know. For development, I don't really know what's going to happen. I know there's lots of campaigning, and good luck to them.